Okay. Kevin, it must have been something of a daunting task to both succeed your former mentor Roger Ashby and take on a club with such great non-league traditions. Did you have any reservations about moving into management at that juncture?
Well, I mean, the situation with Roger going and me being his assistant was obviously a little, it was a difficult situation for me, like. But once they sort of offered me the job, well, asked me to do the job, and Roger was keen for me to stay on and do the job as well, like, and I've done it with his blessings as well. Made it somewhat easier, but it's a big job, and one I'm relishing at the moment, like. I'm enjoying everything that goes with it, like, and hopefully I can sort of move it on and take it forward.
Okay. Kev, as a player, you enjoyed successful stints at Cambridge, Northampton, Grantham and Ruston, among others. I suspect you have your own methods and philosophies in preparing your teams. However, do you consciously utilise aspects you picked up from the many managers you've worked under? Yeah,
I think so. You sit there and you listen. Worked through that sort of career. Worked under plenty and whatever you like, and you learn bits and bobs off each and every one of them. There's some. You take and try to pick the best bits out of it and utilise them. And I've never been one that's ever sat there in a changing room and just sort of been blank to the situation. I like to try and understand what the manager's having to deal with as much as the player, like, and hopefully I've learnt over the years and got a little bit of experience through working under Roger and whatever you like, and I'm quite confident I can take it forward.
Yeah, okay. How would you describe your footballing philosophies then, Kev, regards how you want your or expect your teams to play?
I do want to play football, but I think certainly the level we're at, and a lot of it is down to the pitches and the people that you're playing against.
And your own staff, the players you work with, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. You have to understand that. Like I say, the players that you've got on board there, what you're up against. I mean, we have most teams watched. The team we've got to play are watched, and we have an idea about their strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
But an overview today is that yes, I do want to get the ball down and play football if I can. I want to try and be attractive and get bums on seats and make it an exciting place to.
Striking that balance, I suppose, is a difficult one to find. I suppose you're relishing the prospect of starting a season with what will be in essence your own team. Striker Gary Ricketts has joined, plus you've tied Darren Acton, Mount Noon and Rob Oddie for another season. Are there any other imminent additions to the squad?
There's one or two there that I spoke to quite a lot of players over the period. Like there's a couple that I haven't been able to tempt away. They're staying full time with clubs, which has been a little bit frustrating for me. There's others there that I think hopefully in the next sort of week to 10 days, all things being well, we should get tied up and sorted out.
All right. Are you expecting any of the promising youngsters at the club to make a real impact this season?
There's a couple there that have sort of come through. There's one or two sort of that have been there, a couple of years that could possibly come through, and certainly Connor Franklin, who's our left back, like, I think got high expectations of him. He's 19 years old and established himself to the back end of the season for me. He's a left back, and I think if he works hard at his game, he could have a real future in it.
Okay. Most managers would say that the burden of goal scoring shouldn't rest on one or two players. However, would you agree a 20 or 25 goal contribution from Gary Ricketts or any of your strikers would be very significant in that you've lacked that type of goal return in recent seasons?
Yeah, I mean, certainly last year we lacked it. I think the top goal scorer was about 12 goals at the most, I think it was, like, and you need a goal scorer that's going to...
Most clubs want that, don't they? They have to find
it. 20, 25 goals is what you need, like, so
absolutely.
You certainly need one player weighing in with that, wherever it may be from, like,
But Gary's got a good record at...
I mean, he's last year, I think he's always in the top sort of 10 goal scorers in the league. Like,
I think it's about 1,766 appearances, I think, which is a pretty good going, isn't it?
And he is a proven at this level, like, as I say, he always gets his fair share of goals. But I look around the side, and I think we didn't score enough goals from midfield probably last year either as well. So and across the board, if we can add, as you say, you get one guy that gets 20, 25 goals, and there's a fair scattering around the and you're not going to be too far away from where we need to be.
Okay. Also, there must be mixed feelings regards leaving Manor Park. Conversely, there must be great anticipation about moving to the new Liberty Way Stadium. I haven't seen it myself. It looks like it could generate a terrific atmosphere due to its compact design. And so you're looking forward to that? It could be a fillip for the club, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. I've been down there a couple of times in the last week, like, and had a look, and I've taken a player down there, and he's sort of looked around and thought, this will be some place to be playing.
It feels like a football arena, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's got that sort of feel about it. Like, it's still, to all intents and purposes, a little bit of a building site at the moment, like, but once you get some of the final touches sort of put in there and what have you like, I think it'd be a great place to play football. They spent a lot of money on the pitch. That should be decent. They're working hard on that as well at the moment. And I think anyone that's been there is really excited about the prospect of.
What about the left-hand side? I think they've got the old rugby stadium there, haven't they?
Down one side they have the rugby club. And there's a bit of a terrace in front of that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, two covered end terraces. Yeah, brilliant. I saw the other side. I mean, you've got an old stadium, old stand there, haven't you? Over the other side, it's a temporary stand.
Oh right.
That's a temporary stand that will go up with that. That's a seating for the time being.
I see.
And then behind that, they've bought some porta cabins in, which are half decent. They're actually fitting out them at the moment, and they'll be fairly comfortable, I'd imagine, as well.
Right. I suppose it then begs the question: is the ground completion date still on schedule?
Yes, as far as I'm aware. They say we'll be in there for the first game friendly against Coventry on the 17th of July. So yeah.
Okay, I suppose the promotion of AFC Tower would add a little more interest and revenue, considering they'll average around 2,000. You must be relishing a visit to Buck Stadium and welcome them to Liberty Way. That must be a fantastic fixture.
Yeah, there's several local fixtures. With like Telford coming into it and Tamworth, Kettering staying it. You've got Hinkley there in the playoffs last year. There's a lot of games around about that are quite local to us. Right. That will be massive games, And again, as a player, they're ones, and as a manager, they're the sort of things you want to be involved in.
Whet the appetite of everybody, haven't they?
Pitting your wits against those decent sides.
Okay. Have you now got a full schedule of friendlies for the close season?
Pretty much. I think there's maybe one area that we're not sort of sorted out, but everybody else is sorted out and done and dusted. So we've got some. A reasonable test and a fair test across the board. Some lesser teams, some teams that are a little bit above us, and then there's
who are the bigger names?
Well, we've got Coventry that are sort of the only pro club we're playing at this stage. They'll come down and open the ground. Then we play Histon, obviously in the main conference. We play Crawley, and then outside of that we play Rugby, Leamington, Ilkeston, and there's a couple of other smaller lower league clubs that will sort of. Put trialists in and whatnot. Fringe players in.
All right, Kev, can I wish you and Nuneaton Borough every success for the forthcoming season? Thanks very much, Kev.
No problem, thank you.